Is there some kind of connection between Kabbalah and atheism? This is the Kabbalist Dr. Michael Laitman with Larry King.
Do you believe in God?
No.
I don't believe.
And here's the great 20th century Kabbalist Rav Kook, who says, atheism has a temporary function and worth. A Kabbalist saying he doesn't believe in God, or that atheism has some kind of value? Isn't Kabbalah all about reaching connection with the Creator? Well, Rav Kook also had this to say. There's a type of atheism that is really faith, and a type of faith that is really atheism. How so? One may acknowledge that the Kabbalah is from the heavens, yet have an image of the heavens that is so immature that it does not have even a trace of truth. So Rav Kook uses the term atheism, but that term in our minds usually refers to what is actually a belief system, that there affirmatively is no creator, something which we also have no proof of. That's why it's a belief system. While Rav Kook actually means by this term a cleansing of what internally in each and every one of us are certain kinds of convictions about what the Creator is, though these have not been verified by any sort of attainment. Rav Kook writes, the greatest impairment of the spirit of humankind is when the idea of the Creator becomes crystallized in a specific way due to habit and childish imagination. This is a form of the sin of creating an idol, which we must be extremely careful to stay away from. Why would having an image of God or of heaven be an impairment? In watching such movies or seeing such images, they're increasing my faith, aren't they? I mean, surely I'm closer to God than some atheist, but maybe not. After all, they're building inside of me a preconceived notion of what God and the upper world is, which nobody in our world knows what those things are. They built all of these off of their imaginations of what Kabbalists who actually attain the upper worlds were writing about. An image of heaven that is so immature that it does not even have a trace of truth in it. But is that really so bad? Not if a person just wants a belief system of something good that might happen in the afterlife. But if I want to actually reach it in this lifetime, it does plug me. It blocks me, which is why the fiercest prohibition in Kabbalah is against making a graven image. That's why one who studies Kabbalah has to exert in order to cleanse themselves of all these false notions and attain the real thing. That's why Kook writes, a person who recognizes the good within atheism and tastes its sweetness can draw it back to its holy source. Meaning this form of atheism is ground zero. It's a midpoint between being in total concealment of the Creator, but having all sorts of imaginations about Him, and actually attaining Him. That's why initially, just to start out with, momentarily, a person has to cleanse themselves of all notions of the Creator and even of His existence, because that existence turns out to entail something that I'm picturing. But it goes even deeper. Even if I'm a Kabbalist who has attained the Creator, experienced the upper world, I too have to cleanse myself completely of this experience and all images, because otherwise it becomes a blankie to which I'm clinging. And as long as I'm clinging to it, I'm not moving forward towards greater attainment. And this just means that it's forbidden for me, if I'm not in the full spiritual five sensory attainment of the Creator in this moment, it's forbidden for me to look back and take comfort from the fact that I once attained Him. And this is the story of the wife of Lot who looked behind and became a pillar of salt. So I as if become a temporary atheist in this moment. There's no attainment of the Creator. So for me, it's as though He doesn't exist. And I move on to what will definitely be an unfathomably greater attainment experience of the Creator. And about this, it's written, every day I have a new creator. And there are 125 degrees of lessening of the attainment of the creator, by which we fall down until we only feel this world, a world in which really, honestly, there is no creator here. And we climb back up through these degrees. This is why Rav Kook also says, atheism cleanses the narrowness and provincialism of established religion that frequently becomes arrogant, rigid, and judgmental. And this is why Rav Kook says that atheism has a temporary function and worth. The Kabbalist puts in abeyance all of his proof that he has that the Creator exists. And just like we go to sleep at night and we're renewed in the morning, this allows the Kabbalist to start fresh and keep the tenet that says every day should be as new for you. So are Kabbalists atheists? No, because atheism is also a non-provable belief system.
Do you believe in God?
No.
I don't believe. The wisdom of Kabbalah says that this is the method for the revelation of God to every single person in this life, in this world. Revealing, not believing.
So Kabbalists are neither theists nor atheists. Kabbalists don't believe anything except in what they're attaining in this very moment in their spiritual or corporeal senses. And that's not belief.